How we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly with It. I'm Will,
I'm Adri.
and what are we playing today?
Clash at Rook's Point.
Clash at Rook's Point. So Clash at Rook's Point is a Kickstarter game. It did go up, well, I should say it relaunched. They weren't very successful in their initial funding, so they went back, came back. They are up again. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's $15. So Clash at Rook's Point is a two-player game where you are trying to eliminate the other player's characters. A simple card game, like I said, 15 bucks, not bad for a price. And you can buy multiple packs to actually increase it to a 3 or 4 player game. But of course, we're going to be playing it at how many players?
Dos.
Dos. ¿Por qué?
Because we're dos.
Because we're dos. Okay. See. All right. So let me go ahead and we'll flip it over. We'll give a quick rundown of how the game plays. It's not really a how-to play video, although this is the rule sheet. It's like a bifold thing, so I think it'll almost be a how to play video. But let me go ahead and get that camera switched over and we'll go over the rules. All right, so we are set up for a two-player game of Rook's Point. Now, of course, normally our people would be facing each other, but we kind of have to have them this way because there are words. While I could read the words sideways, it's just not fun for Oddity and me to do that. So we're going to have them this direction. And it's really because it's not a lane battler, so they don't have to actually be technically facing each other. Okay. So this works fine. So in Clash at Rook's Point, you're going to choose a faction. So Oddity has the little skull people faction. And then I have the little sword and swirly people faction. And then there is another faction here, which have these little swirly things. And then there is a third faction, which has like moon and stars. Each one, the characters have their own unique abilities. For the most part, each set comes with a power level 1, power level 2, power level 3. However, sometimes that does diverge. For example, I have a 3, a 2, and then my general, he counts as a 2. So it's like I have 2 2s, and if I attack a ready character, it's a 3. However, my Barcoa, this guy here, he actually gets less reward from our enhancement cards. So where that comes in is when we decide to play on our turn, we get to attack the other player. So I'm going to say I want to attack with Barcoa to say Josh Salamander right there. Right? He's at 3. Josh is at 3. So right now it's even. So I will need to play cards from my hand. Each card is an enhancement that can be used either as the power value. So you see there's power values up here on the top of the cards if I bring them out into the camera. Or they may have some type of action or ability on the bottom. So my choice is, do I want to power him up so that way I can take out Joss, or do I want to hang on to the card to use it for its particular action? The second thing I can do in my turn besides attacking is to play an action. So some cards will have an action. For example, Vassal here says, if Vassal is ready, which he currently is, I can wound him, which is like taking 2 hits. So that way I can, so pretend like Joss here was wounded from Barcoa on a previous turn. I can just basically eliminate a wounded character by wounding myself. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to get to ready him until my next turn unless I have another card in my hand that might be able to heal me. So there are some healing cards that will allow me to do that. Otherwise, it's like a self-sacrifice. I'm taking out Joss, so that way I can take out Vassal. Maybe I do that on the final turn. So Joss was the last guy that Oddity had, and I can take him out. Now what Oddity can do is if I do attack or if I do that type of action towards her character, she's then going to be able to play cards to her cards as well. So she'll be able to add enhancements to increase her P power. So total, first time you use a character, you're going to exhaust them. If that gets damaged, they're going to get exhausted as well because they were damaged. Our power goes down. I said P power, which that's what the P stands for. Goes down. This was a 3 down to a 2. This is a 2 down to a 1, right? So they're a little bit weaker while they're exhausted. They get hit again, they're going to get wounded. And if they get hit one more time, they are eliminated from the game. During play, you can play as many cards as you want. So if I want to just play all 4 of my cards to him just to make sure that I can wound, I wouldn't even say wound, exhaust Joss, I could do that. However, now I have no more cards in my hand. And if I were to try to attack again, I'd need to make sure that I had more power with whoever I'm attacking the second time and hope Oddity didn't hang on to any cards. Because if she, for example, hung onto a card and he was a 2, and then I decide, okay, I'm going to attack with Barcoa here, I have no cards because I used them all when I did my attack with Vassal. Well, she could have one more card and it's a 1. So now she's 3, I'm 3, and basically nothing happens, right? Because Defender wins in those scenarios. But that's basically it. We're just going to keep doing that until all 3 players are eliminated, or all 3 of our characters are eliminated. Whoever does that first is the winner. So there is a little bit of flavor text in the book. Did you want to read the flavor text? It's a tiny little paragraph right there for the flavor text, for our thematics.
Rook's Point, powerful epicenter of magic and mystery. Myths and legends claim that whoever controls this ancient fortress controls the world. Forces converge and factions rise, vying
Yeah.
for command of this mystical battleground. Pick your fighters, plan your moves, and choose wisely to answer the ultimate question. Who will be the last one standing when warriors clash at Rook's Point?
All right. So I picked my warriors. You picked your warriors. Now, I don't know if in the future they'll allow you to do like drafting, where you could draft any of the characters and mix and match, or if you're always going to stay with the factions. But that's a possibility, maybe for future expansions, or even future expansions could add more characters and maybe more card variety. So we both have the same 25 deck, so that's going to be the same. But we do need to determine who goes first, and that is with
the Extra Life 20-sided die, because we support Children's Miracle Network.
Yep.
Through donations that you can also make using the link down below.
Yep. So we are supporting Extra Life charities for the niños, para los niños. What do you want?
I want odds.
That is a 5. That is an odd. That means you get to attack primer. All right. So you can either attack or take an action. So I don't know if you have a card in your hand that would be a better action to take, or if you want to hang on to them and just straight out attack with your characters.
I think I have to use one of my characters.
Okay.
So I use Josh to attack. See?
Yep. So you're going to use Josh. So and you're going to use his attack, not his action, right? Because he's not exhausted yet. Yeah. So you're going to attack, and then which guy do you want to attack? So his defense, he is 3, he is 2, and then he is 2 as well.
Oh, okay.
Well, you don't have to move him. You just tell which one. We're good.
Vassal.
Okay, Vassal. So she's going to attack Vassal. All right. So she's a 3. I'm a 2. So I am going to boost Vassal. So now Vassal is a 4.
I can boost then Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Josh.
Yeah, you can boost Josh.
Josh is now 5.
All right. So Josh is 5. And I do 2 more, so I'm at 6.
6.
You have to beat me.
But I cannot. I mean, I can play as many as I can.
Well, yeah, many as you want, but remember, as many as you play means that are you going to have any left over for your next action or your next attack?
So you're beating me?
I'm just defending. Nothing happens if I defend. So
I am a 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're now at
6.
Now what?
If you don't want to play any more of your cards, then you just call that.
Okay. That's it.
Right.
So
nothing happens, except for your guy gets exhausted.
And this is discarded.
Yep, and those get discarded. All right, and then you have your second action. Nope, don't draw yet. You draw at the beginning of your turn.
My second action.
That's where the strategy comes in, because here's the thing: you draw at the start of your turn. So if you use those cards, you will have nothing to defend with. That's where the strategy comes in: is you're using the same 4 cards for your attack and your defense.
So nothing. This one is not damaged, right? It's just because he attacked.
Because he attacked, he got tired. Yep, he's sleeping. Now you do one of the other actions you can take is you can discard a card to draw a card. I think it's a 1. It's a 1 for 1. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, discard a card to draw a card. So if you don't like either of those 2 cards and you just want to discard them, you can do that. You can also just pass. You can also just say pass, and then it goes to my turn.
Okay, pass.
All right. So at the end of my turn, so now it is my turn. So start of my turn, discard any unwanted cards. And then draw back to 4. So you don't draw to 4 until your turn. And then I would unexhaust, but nobody's exhausted, so I don't have to do it. All right. So I am going to, well, since Josh is sitting over there all nice and pretty for me, I'm going to attack with Barcoa. And I'm going to attach 2 cards to him. So that puts him at 5.
So what about this?
Brush off reaction. Play when a character would take damage from an opponent's card or effect, not an attack. Well, it's not an attack.
It's
I'm
an
attacking.
attack.
Yeah. So that would be good, like when Vassal, when I want to do the thing with Vassal. All right. So now you just need to, if you don't want him to get wounded, then you need to defend.
But I have only... Now I draw?
No, you only have 2. Yeah, so you either decide, do you want to defend against my attack or just let it go through? Because I may have wasted cards by doing that.
If I want to defend, then I just add my power.
Yeah, you just add the power. So that would put you at 3, which basically matches what my guy was originally. You're going to draw new cards the next turn, so you'd rather just play.
But this one is 0.
Oh, that only works for the other girl. Well, what's block? Hang on, block. Reaction, play when opponent's character successfully attacks a ready
character, but
he's not ready. Yep. So that's it. So then my damage goes through, so he gets wounded. Discard that, and then he gets exhausted.
No, discard that.
Yep. And then I'm going to attack with the general. So I'm going to attack Joss with the general. So he gets 2 because he's not ready. So it only counts as 2. So he's attacking for 2. You're at 0 because you don't have anything. So it'd be whether or not you can defend or block with something in your hand. No. So he is. Adios. Hasta la bye bye. Lo siento, Joss. Okay, so that was my 2 turns. So now it's back to you.
So I draw now?
You can draw up to 4. You can also discard any card you don't want.
No, but now you know that I have this brush off. No, this block.
Well, yeah, you have a block. Single block. But remember, the block, for her, that's good. Remember, for Gorgo, her zeros count as 1 when she's attacking. Remember, these guys are already weakened, so he's got a defense of 1. He's got a defense of 3.
Gorgo defense. So I need more than 3.
You either need more than 3 to beat him, give or take what's in my hand. I only have 2 cards in my hand. Or you need more than 1 to beat the general. Now remember, you have to attack him twice to completely eliminate him, because we only refresh exhausted characters. Wounded characters don't. So as long as you get him wounded, then
he's ready to be.
I can't ready him on the next turn if you wound him. Technically, you could wound both of these guys, and I wouldn't be able to ready either one of them.
Then I'm going to wound.
You're going to attack?
I can see. Attack the general.
Okay, so you attack the general. All right, so she's now exhausted because she's attacking. All right, and then, so the general's at 1, you're at 1. Do you want to increase yours any?
Tres. No. Yeah, 3.
No, 2. Oh, yeah.
Because it's...
Oh, well, no, that's when you're defending. You want to play your 0. Well, I mean, that's fine, too. It just counts as a 2. It only counts as a 2.
When she attacks enhancement cards with 0
0,
and
it's
1.
that. When you
And when she
defend,
defends.
then it's the bottom one. Yep. So that's fine. So that's 2. I want to play the opposite way. Yep. So that's fine. So, all right. So you wounded him. All right. So you can discard that. I could have blocked one, but I wanted to use this card differently, which isn't going to work. All right. So then you have Oculus. So it's whether or not you want to attack with Oculus, or if you have an action card in your hand that will allow you to do something.
What is damage? Is that wound?
Damage is wound. It's just, damage. So I guess it's the same as wounding.
Okay, I'm going to attack Barbacoa.
Okay. With who?
With the
Oculus. All right. So before you attack, you can look at my cards for 5 seconds. So I have a 0 and a 1. That's a block for ready, and then that's it's a 2 if it's the last card of my hand.
Okay.
So now you know how much math is. That's what it is. All right. So he's going to attack him. So he's 3. You're attacking with 4. Well, you'd want to look at my hand before you played your card, because you would know how much math you need. But that's fine, because I can make it 4, but that's as far as I can go. So in order for you to wound him, you're gonna have to play something higher than that. All right, so that's 5 or 4. I can't. This is a 0, so it's not gonna do anything. So we know that. So that wounds him. So basically now I am hunting for a healing card. All right. So that is your second action. So now it is my turn. I'm going to discard that. 1, 2. All right. Nope. You don't draw until the beginning of your turn. That's where the strategy comes in of hanging on to cards and not just playing them all. So, because if you play them all, then you don't have any to defend. We played another game that was like that.
See, I don't remember.
I forget what game that was. Where you were playing the cards from your hand, and if you didn't hang on to any, you didn't have any on your next turn. I really can't remember what other game that was that we played. Nope. Oh. Oh, that's a neat one. So I'm going to play for an action. I'm going to play Chance. If you and another player have at least 2 cards in your hand, both reveal cards at random. Whoever reveals the lower card does 1 damage to 2 of their characters. So
I have 1.
Oh, you didn't have 2? Oh, I thought you had 2. Oh, you only have 1. Well, then I can't.
Because I used this.
Then I can't play that one. Then I guess I will play that. All right. So I only have 1 guy that can attack. So I'm going to attack. Oh, they're both 1s. So I'm going to attack Gorgo. So I'm at 2.
I can defend.
You can't defend? Oh, because it's 0? Okay. Yeah, because for her defense, it's 2 and 3. All right, so that means she gets wounded. And I get exhausted. And then... Yeah, I can't play any of my cards, so it's back to you. So I have to pass.
So now I
mean, actually, I could discard a card. Hang on. Yeah, I'm going to discard that one that wasn't very good. All right, that was my last turn. Okay. So now, yeah, you can discard if you want to discard, but you draw up to 4. And then you ready.
Okay,
ready him.
I discard.
Okay. So you draw back up to 4. Yep.
And he's ready now because?
It's the beginning of your turn and he was only exhausted. So like mine now is like this. Was it Digimon?
Maybe.
But I don't remember the cards, like having to save the cards though. But the exhausted versus not exhausted, that was the same because you could only attack a ready. I think maybe we're thinking a little bit Digimon. Maybe it was another card game. I don't know.
Okay, so what are we doing?
You're choosing an
going
action
to-
or you're attacking, one or the other.
So whoever, this is really weird, this is the one that you were going to play. Whoever reveals the lowest damages...
2 of their characters.
Of their own card.
Of their own. Yep.
Ooh, no. I don't want that.
Well, you'd want to play that when you have kind of high numbers in your hand. Like if you have 2s and 3s, you know. Although I don't know if there is a P3. I can't remember.
So I am going to play this action so I can exhaust Gorgo.
Yeah, so you heal. Yeah, so when you play on a character to exhaust them or discard a card in hand to play on an exhausted character to ready them. Okay.
So
see, I thought I read that wrong when I first read it. I thought that you would discard a card would take them all the way from wounded to ready, but no, it's from exhausted to ready. So you can get from wounded, but the only way to use this to get all the way back to ready is to discard a card too. Okay. All right.
So this is discarded?
Yeah. So that was your first action. Right. What are you doing for number 2? You're going to attack?
So I'm going to attack. I'm going to...
They're at 0.
What is the power
They're
of
both
theirs?
they're at 0. Whenever they're wounded, it's 0.
Alright, see.
So basically, in order for me to beat you, is I have to play cards in order to get more than you, right?
So Oculus is going to attack the general.
General, all right. And then you get to look at my card for 5 seconds. So I have a total of 6. Again, if I want to hang on to cards or play them all and not hang on to any going into the next round, which for me wouldn't be very good because wouldn't have much for attack.
Now I said that I'm going to attack general.
So now you're at 2. So I'm going to play my boost. So now I'm at 2.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to play... I know you have another 2.
I do have another 2, but who says I'm going to play it?
Because
I need to be able to attack you in the next turn.
So I'm going to play my 2. I'm at 4.
At 4? And I... Nope, I don't want to play that. So you have defeated the general.
Woohoo!
Woo! All right, so that was your second action. So now he is exhausted. All right, so now it is back to me. So he gets ready. And then I get to draw 1 card. I had a combo I was going to do, and unfortunately... All right. So I'm going to play Hurt More. Discard a card from your hand to damage a character. So I'm going to discard, brush it off. So I get to damage a character. So really I don't think it matters which one. So I'm going to damage that one. All right. And then I'm going to sacrifice Vassal. So I'm going to use his action. So when Vassal is ready, which he was, I can wound him, which I did. And then I can basically get rid of a wounded character. That's what he does. Unfortunately, that does leave me in a slight predicament because now I have 2 wounded characters. And now it's your turn again. So he is ready. So now you draw back up to 4. Discard if you don't like the cards in your hand.
But can I draw
You can keep
first?
No, you have to discard before you draw. So if you don't like the cards you want to discard, then draw to 4. If you like your cards, keep them and draw 2. The hope is that you get a card that says that you can start an attack with that card. I forget which. There is one that says you can use this card to start an attack, but I forget which one that one is, because that would allow you to attack one of my guys, and then Oculus could attack the other.
Can I discard again?
As an action, yes, but that's one of your two actions.
Only if my card says so?
Well, either your card has to say so, or as an action where you discard a card to draw a card.
And that's my turn. And that is my action.
Yeah, one of your two. Mm-hmm.
I want to discard.
Okay.
Tres.
No, one. It's one for one.
What is a tres por tres?
No, no tres por tres.
That's one. Well,
No.
3 times.
Do you just want to attack?
Okay, no.
No? Okay.
Oh. So, yes, I am going to attack. But this is the card. The magic card.
Long range action. Play this card to begin a
P2.
a P2 attack against opponent's characters. That's a P2. Both my guys are 0. Which one are you attacking?
The barbacoa.
Barbacoa. I think I played Barbacoa earlier wrong, because his card should only count as ones when I play on him. And I don't have enough current. Well, yeah. I'm going to play Luck. Reaction. When a wounded character is about to take damage, they take no damage. So he took no damage. So that card, lo siento. Now it's your second action. So now it's back to me. The problem is now I'm digging for heals, because both my guys are wounded. I can't attack you unless I get a card that lets me. So I don't need that. So we're digging for heals. One. All right, so I'm going to play Hurt More action. Discard a card from your hand to damage a character. So I'm going to discard that one. So I'm going to damage that guy. Damage Oculus. And then I'm going to do long range. Play this card to begin a P2 attack. So I'm attacking you with 2. You're currently at
0.
No, only hit you once. Only hit you once. Sorry, I hit you once. You're exhausted. So you're at 1.
Oh.
Yeah, only hit you once.
So damage is 1 is exhausted, 2 is wounded?
Yeah, it's 1 damage instead of 2. I don't know why they use the word damage. Maybe again, this is a prototype, so it's very possible they have the wrong word on there.
I thought damage was wounded.
Damage is to wound the person, but they're not wounded, they're exhausted. Sorry, I was saying it grammatically, not thematically. All right, so I'm attacking you for 2.
For 2?
2, yeah. I'm the same card you played, the long range. See, I got a little sniper rifle. I'm trying to shoot you. So, oh, there's a guy way down here. Look. It's long range. See, she's got her gun and the guy's way down there.
So he's now 2.
So he is now 2. All right. 3. That's as much as I can do. I'm out of cards, which is kind of stupid now because I can't defend on the next turn.
This one, you're attacking my exhausted character,
Action.
so I take no damage.
Yes. Yep.
So...
You don't take damage, so you blocked it.
But I wasted 1.
Well, technically no, because you had to beat my 2 to even... Oh, no, you're right. He wasn't exhausted. Yeah, he was already exhausted. Okay, that's fine. Put your other one back in your hand. You should have played that one first. Okay. All right, so now it's your turn. I'm kind of don't have any cards. Draw back up to your 4. And I did not... I was trying to take him to wounded because now he's ready again. Would you like to, when you attack, I'll show you my cards for 5 seconds. If you I feel like I'm going to lose me medal.
We are not even sure if that is yours. What was the last game we played?
It was English Cove. It was the Tidal Blades Angler's Cove.
Ah, see.
Because I
You
won,
won both.
yeah, I won both of them. Now we let people know, and now they're not going to go back and watch the video to see more.
Yes, still watch. What am I doing?
You need to take my guys out.
Attack Barkova.
You don't need to attach anything. You attack with Oculus.
Oh, because he's two.
I have no cards. So now, do you have another attack that you can directly attack him with?
Another attack then.
An action that lets you attack. No?
No. Something that says that I can attack him.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. So unless you want to just, it's up to you now. If you want to just discard a card to draw a card or pass.
I'll discard one card.
All right. And then, so I don't get to ready because my guy's kind of wounded. Come on, heal. Woohoo! My first action is heal.
Ooh.
That at least gets me back to not being wounded. Yeah, and then I'm going to play Chance. So you shuffle your cards.
Oh, is it random?
Yep, random.
No, if you have another player.
That has at least two cards. Both reveal a card at random. Oh. I did a 0. Oh, you did the 0. All right, so nothing happens because we both had the same.
This card or no?
No, you're just revealing it. All right, that was my second action. Back to you. My healing did not go very well.
So I'm going to attack. No, can he see?
No, well, no, it's your turn. So you're ready first.
Ready first. But why do I have 4 cards?
Because you didn't have to defend against anything.
So he's going to attack.
Mine, you're already higher than me. All right, and I'm going to shield. If an opponent's character successfully attacks an exhausted character, they take no damage. That was your first action. You're going to attack again?
You have something to block it. I can
No.
feel it in your
You already
face.
saw the other card. It was the one I showed that was 0. It's save. Save doesn't block anything. It allows another character to take the damage for him. The rest of his guys are dead. They can't jump in front of him and take the bullet.
Can I discard?
Well, you can attack.
Pero,
If you wound, okay, you attack me. I've got 0. You know I had 0. I have to take the damage.
Is that the only one you have?
Yeah, well, I hang on to this because I can't actually play it. You're 2. I was only 1, so no matter what, you were gonna hit me. All right, so then that's it.
No one.
It's into your turn. Now it's my turn.
Okay.
Well, I know I don't need that card, so I'll discard that. 2, 3. Wow, that was my hand. I'm gonna have to shuffle. All right, so I'm gonna play heal again. Hang on. I want to play heal first. Oh, that's not gonna help me. That's gonna help me. That's gonna help me in a future turn. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna play heal. So that heals me. And I can't do anything else, so I have to pass. Back to you. So ready your...
So I'm going to... It's ready now.
Yeah, so draw back up to 4. Discard if you don't want any of those.
4.
Again, you can discard anything you don't want. I'm going to tell you what you're digging for. You need the long shot and an attack in the same turn. Is really what you need.
I'm attacking.
All right. So I have a 0, a 1, and a 2. That blocks ready. That blocks exhausted. And that blocks if I'm wounded.
So you blocked it?
So you're attacking me. I have 1. And I'm exhausted. So I'm going to shield it.
Okay.
So then that didn't actually attack me. And he's exhausted. Nothing else?
No.
All right. So you pass. So I ready. I have an odd feeling that now we're gonna be like at a stalemate because it's both of us are down to one character. It's like which one of us can get 2 perfect cards at the same time. I don't want to keep these. Yeah, I kind of like those. I'll keep them. I'll keep them for now. All right. So, I did not get my long shot, so you're good there. I did not get the start a battle. Oh, that's the long shot. Start a battle too. Ah. All right. So I'm gonna play Hurt More. Discard a card from your hand to damage an enemy. Do you have that card that lets you block that? I forget which one lets you block the action. Is it block or shield?
He was wounded, right?
Yeah. So shield blocks damage. Luck. No, he's not wounded. He's exhausted. Sorry. He's exhausted. You want shield lets you block if you're exhausted. And then the other one, block, allows you to...
No, I don't have it.
Is ready. There's one more that's you can stop the damage from an opponent's card. I forget what that one was called. All right. So I did that. So now he is wounded. All right. And then I'm going to wound myself. Unless you have the card that lets you stop me from damaging while you're wounded. Which is luck.
That one.
Luck. All right. So that's good. All right. Yep. So luck saved you. All right. Well, that was not what I wanted. And I even saw you play luck, and I did that anyways. Yeah, that was not smart of me. All right. I even knew you had that. I just wounded myself for nothing. All right. So it's back to you. That was my second action. That was stupid. I should have just attacked. Well, no, you're wounded. You would have blocked it no matter what.
But I can do.
So discard, draw. You have to get heal. You have to dig for the heal. So basically, you have to discard everything and look for the heal. It's up to you if you want to discard everything or not. 4, 4. Or get a card that lets you damage.
Discard.
Discard a card from your hand to damage a character. Okay. And I had luck. All right.
Don't have luck.
I had luck. I was lucky. I had the luck card too. All right. Otra? No?
I have to discard
No.
another one?
Well, that was
I
your...
don't have more
You took one
more
action.
abilities.
Yeah, then if you want to get a new card, you'll have to discard one to get one. Now, you won't be able to play it this turn, but maybe it's a better card. All right. Back to me. Well, don't need that, because...
This is totally useless.
Alright. So I'm going to heal. And I can't attack because I'm exhausted. So, yeah. I have to pass. A little bit of Caspito, never hurt nobody. Vassal's allergic to cats, so I had to get the Caspito hair off of him.
I don't have anything.
Well, again, now it's your turn, so you can discard completely if you want to and draw 4 new, or draw to fill.
And this is the end of my deck.
Yeah, so then you have to shuffle.
So what?
I'm currently exhausted. So again, you would need to hit me twice to knock me out, which means you need 2 cards that allow you to do that.
Okay, so I'm going to...
Or a heal, so you can hear your dude.
I know this would be... I read this wrong. So I play this.
All right.
Action.
Discard a card from your hand to damage a character.
And I'm going to discard that.
All right, so now I'm wounded. You discard that.
And
All right. Do you have another card that lets you damage me?
he's wounded.
He is wounded. Let's see.
No, this would be for me. No.
Yeah. No. Pass.
Pass.
All right. Discard 2. All right. There we go. Chance. You and another player have at least 2 cards in their hands. Draw 1 at random. No, your cards in your hands. You only had 2. Oh, man. This is more chance than the other one. Jeez. Okay, that was my one action. Yeah, that's it for me. So pass.
Wait, I have to do this well. I cannot. Raffle shuffle these ones.
Riffle shuffle. No, prototypes aren't probably the best to riffle shuffle with.
Okay.
They're not. I mean, these aren't that bad of cards for a prototype, but they're not as durable as regular cards. So you have 2. Are you discarding, keeping?
I'm keeping.
Okay. And you're hoping for a heal. Actually, hope for 2. All right, so you heal. All right, what are you doing for your second action?
I'm going to attack.
Okay. What'd you get? Long range? You can't attack with them. Yeah, it has to be cards. No, not those cards.
Why?
You have to have a card that lets you attack. You don't have a card that lets you attack. You can't attack.
¿Por qué?
He's exhausted. You can't fight when you're exhausted.
Oh, then I can't.
Okay. So pass. All right. One, 2, 3, 4. All right. I got this. All right. So hurt more. Discard a card from the hand to damage a character. So I'm going to play. I'm going to discard desperation. And nope, you're exhausted. You're not wounded.
It's exhausted.
You're exhausted. Yes, correct. So you block that. Okay. I'm confusing the cards because there's one that says when you're wounded, the other one says when you're exhausted. It's kind of backwards if you think about it. Your shield, you would think the shield would be like if you were wounded because you're hurting, so you have to use a shield. When you're exhausted, it's showing block, like you're physically using your own strength. You know.
But I'm still confused with why he cannot attack if he has some power of 1.
Because he's exhausted.
Pero has a power
That's
of
for
1.
Defense. They can only attack when they're ready. Because remember, you exhaust when you attack as well, so that's why you can't attack with the same person twice. Yeah, I'll pass. I was debating if I wanted to discard. I'm pass. So now you're ready. So now what you're looking for is the ability to attack me twice. And hope I can't block it.
I attack you.
With your character.
See?
Alright. So I have luck, which a wounded character takes damage, they take no damage, and brush off, which allows me to brush off damage from a card.
Oh, so if I did this one, then you would not have...
Well, it doesn't matter.
No, because there is one that says not from attack. Not from action. What?
Yeah, so you attacked. So I play luck. So when a wounded character is about to take damage, he doesn't take damage. He's exhausted now. That wore him out.
We are not going to...
One of the guys... I thought I had it. I thought I had it on
I
that
thought I did too.
That one time when I was like, boom, and hit that. All right, second action. Do you have a card for your second action?
No.
I think it's going to come down to us holding 1 to 2 cards that we can play combo. All right. You want to discard and draw, or?
I want to keep them.
Okay.
Just draw.
No. On your turn. All right. Okay. So action. I'm going to play long range. So play this card to begin a 2 attack. You're at 1. So you either block it or add to defend against it. All right, so you are at 3. So I'm at 4. Yeah, so I'm not. Bang. All right.
What?
Hells dang it. All right. Okay, I'm going to play action hurt more. Discard a card from your hand to deal damage to a character. So I'm damaging them. Do you have anything to block?
No.
Okay. And I have no cards, so...
I have no cards either.
Okay. Well, now it's your turn, so you get to draw back to 4. So if you get lucky enough to somehow get... If you get any card that does damage, you win. Basically, those 2 cards that I just had, if you get either one of them, you're good. So either long shot or hurt more. Because I can't block it.
All of these.
Now remember, you can discard 1 to draw 1. Maybe the next card you draw could be one of those 2. You can play that as your action. No?
No,
Pass.
pass.
Okay. This game just keeps going. All right. I'm going to heal. And I'm going to do chance. I don't know why I'm doing this. But my cards are 1s. It doesn't matter. I may just killed myself. Now we're tied again.
Yes. Oh, this was not.
Oh man. All right, that's it. That was my second action. We keep tying on the. Oh man. Like I keep trying that card. I'm trying and trying. It's not working. You can discard all your cards to draw new, or just keep what you get. Well, or discard 1 to draw 1, discard 2 to draw 2. You're at the beginning of your turn, so you can discard as many as you want. All right. We got Vasil and Oculus, the Unkillables. We just can't kill them.
So, do I play Uno?
And now you take your 2 actions.
I did discard.
Well, the discard was the beginning of your turn.
Oh, okay. So, I will. Discard.
See, that's where for me, at this stage, if nothing in your hand is an attack, you basically want to discard almost all of it. Like if it's not a block, if it's not a block for wounded, block for a card, or an attack with the card, at this point in the game, you have to discard your whole hand at the beginning because the cards you have aren't worth saving because you can't attack. Now it's
too late.
Too late.
Okay.
Because that was your first action, so now you take your second action, which is either do the same thing or play a card if you can attack.
No, I cannot attack. So can I discard?
Yeah, you could discard 1 to draw 1. All right. So back to me. All right. So I am now ready. All right. And I'm gonna hope that you can't stop this. All right. I'm going to wound myself to get rid of Oculus. Do you have anything that will stop incoming damage?
See?
Playing a character would take damage from an opponent's card or effect, not an attack. Yep, that's an effect.
Never ending.
Alright, so I will heal. At least I heal. Alright, so back to you. It's a never-ending story.
Nada, paso. I drew.
But did you want to keep the other cards that were in your hand before you drew?
Because they are lucky.
They're good? Okay. I mean, if they're good for you to defend...
Well, no, I'm going to throw one.
Remember, anything that doesn't have words on the bottom is useless right now because you can't attack.
Okay. I'm hungry.
Oh, we didn't have our dessert. Pass? Can't do anything?
No.
Okay. No.
I'm gonna play chance.
All right, chance. Uno. No, that one doesn't get discarded.
I know.
Yeah. Don't like those. All right, so back to me. So I get readied again. And you have luck, which would stop my damage, so I'm not going to do that again this time. All right, so I'm going to attack you for 2. So you're at 0.
Pero that is the luck.
Okay. Okay, so that stops me from damaging you. But see, the thing is, it exhausted me. I still get exhausted. If I would have done my other one, I would have been wounded. So I'm kind of have 1 hit point left this way. Oh, I shouldn't have kept all these. Okay. I'm gonna discard that one. Second action. And I'm going to draw another card. I don't know how long this game's supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a 30-minute game, 45-minute game. And we had to do setup. We had to do the explanation. We're having to read the cards for the very first time.
And how long have we been playing?
54 minutes. Well, give or take the rules explanation. All right, so back to you.
My beginning of turn?
Yeah, so you can discard as much as you want. You can keep as much as you want.
No, it's discarding.
Not discarding. Okay. Audrey says,
I play this one. 2
Right.
exhaust.
Okay. And para otra. Do you have anything that heals or attacks?
I am going to this. Oh, sorry. I have to play Hurricane. What? Hurt more?
Hurt more. Discard a card in your hand to damage a
So I
character.
discarded that. And I damage you.
Hang on.
I know, black!
Shield. Okay. Alright, that's your turn.
Ah,
Okay, so I ready. We're back to full again. Alright. So I'm going to attack Oculus. So I have 2, you have 1.
no.
All right, so you blocked it, and I didn't get rid of these other cards. So I wasn't thinking I was going to need two. I would have needed 2 hits anyways. I was stupid. I should have discarded everything.
Now we are both exhausted.
And then I'm going to. No, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I have another card. I have a shield in my hand. So why would I heal? And that would mean I couldn't use my shield. So it's your turn. So you're ready. Well, at least you're ready. You're not. You get to at least attack this time. Until I shield. Oh man.
No, here it is. It has to be here. I am going. So you're 1. So you're defending with 1.
Defending with 1.
I'm attacking with 2.
You're attacking with 2.
So you're 1.
Would you like to look at my cards? All right. So I have a 2, a 1, a 1, a 1. I have a heal. I have brush off card damage, and I have a shield. So you're attacking me. I'm going to shield. And then if you have a card you saw I have that other one, which is going to stop that as well. So.
What are we doing? If I play hurt more, you can block that still.
Mm-hmm.
Brush up.
Yep.
Right. How many of those do you have?
One. But you only have one action left.
You have un caspito here.
I have un caspito. Gracias. You only have one turn left, though.
I know, wait. Okay.
All right. But that means then you have to discard it. You have to discard a card. Right. Then I brush it off. All right. So back to me. All right. So I'm going to heal and discard this.
No healing.
Oh, wait a minute. I get to ready. Hang on. I got to ready. Never mind. Never mind. Hang on. Let me correct that because I was going to be able to ready. So I'm actually discarding my heal. And that means I get to draw one more. All right. So I am going to attack for 2. And you're defending for 1.
So I am wounded.
All right. And then he's in. And then for my second action, I'm going to discard 1 to draw. All right, so back to you. Discard, draw.
I'm almost running out of cards.
That's you get the shuffle. I'm not sure how many times we're supposed to go through a deck. I feel like we're doing something wrong. Or we're doing something right, and that's why it's so hard.
Ay. I drew muchos.
How many do you have?
5.
Oh, just put one back.
If I do.
You had 0, right? So it'd be the bottom one.
I had 0?
Yeah, you didn't have any cards.
No, I had 1. Can I see which one I had or no? I had Hardmore.
Yeah. So then, yeah, it'd still be the bottom one. Okay. All right. So your turn. I'm guessing you want to play Hurt more?
Pero I am wounded.
Yeah, that's why you have to play the card to damage me.
No, I can play wounded heal.
Yeah, you can play heal as your first action. That's fine. And now you play Hurt more.
And I play hard more.
And then you discard save because it doesn't do any good because you have no other peoples. And unfortunately, I cannot defend that this time, so I am out. All right, and so now it is back to me. And I discarded my heal last turn. So I'm going to begin my turn. So I haven't started yet. So begin my turn discarding that, discarding that, discarding that. All right. So I'm going to heal. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to attack with long range. So I begin an attack that's worth 2. So 2 over your 1. Can you increase over your 2?
No.
All right, so I take damage for that. And then I'm going to play Hurt More by discarding this boost, which does damage to that. Can you block it?
No, because he's not
ready.
He's not ready.
Oh, so block with the arms was ready. Okay, now that makes more sense. I was thinking that was, yeah, okay. What was the one that was exhausted? There we go. That is the third one. What was the one I was thinking of with the block with the exhausted? That's if you're ready. Luck. Oh, luck is wounded. Okay. Which is just like the stars. Now, some of this art is complete. I think he said like 95% of it is complete. Some of it is still, so maybe some of these are going to be changed. But there we go. That is Clash at Rook's point. So let's go ahead and do our first impressions. Which means you have to come over this way. All right. There we go. This is Clash at Rook's Point, a nice little 2-player versus game. So we're going to go ahead and go over some stuff now. Components, of course, we can't go too much into components because, well, it's a prototype. But I can say just from the quality, I mean, these are okay thickness.
Yeah.
Not bad. No linen finish or anything. I don't know if that's going to be stretch goals. The art, I do like the art. The art looks really good. What about like the text and the iconography?
I think it's good. It's easy enough. It is not complicated, not difficult. I like it.
Yep. One thing I will say about the art though is, and I did notice, and you guys might notice it from there, is everything's kind of dark on the camera. So some of these I feel like could be brightened up a bit.
Oh yes, that is true.
Like these guys, I like these ones, right? And that's the other thing. Like when they're part of a set, like part of a crew. I don't know why I'm putting them down there. So when they're part of a crew, like these two are green, and then this guy in the middle's kind of purple. Like they don't feel like they're part of a team when they're like that. Similarly with these ones, right? You got her, she's got the sky and the magic. And then, you know, these two guys, one looks like a steampunk dude, one looks like a, well, he's the wild man, so he looks like a wild man. Now, these two go together because I think it's the same artist. Yeah, these two are the same artist. But this was a different artist, so it doesn't really fit. So that's my only thing from the art is some of it's a little bit dark, and then some of the team members don't match. Like these, you know, kind of match in terms of thematic. He's got a sword and he's like a, you know, the general. But then my last guy, you know, he's like an assassin. So they kind of, I don't know, thematically they don't fit. And I guess that falls in at the very last option there. Otherwise, card game, components, pretty good. Mm-hmm. All right. Rules were pretty much to the point. There's not really much else you can do to explain how this game plays. Came a little bit of flavor text. That's what bonus, yeah. Right? Mechanics. What did you think of the mechanics?
I like the mechanics because it is a card game, but it is not. It goes fast.
There's not a lot of planning, like with that playing multiple cards and stuff like that.
I like it.
Yeah. So it is. It's very simple. You get to take 2 actions. You choose what the actions are. The only one mechanic that for me is kind of off, and this kind of ran into the length of the game, is that scenario we ran into there. You can't bring anybody back. And it's basically luck of the draw of what card you pull can we get these 2 cards? Because that's exactly what happened. We kept going until one of us got basically this combination. This is the combination I was saying the entire game was going to win the game, is who gets a hurt more and who gets a long range, because you're almost guaranteed to be wounded. And we were staying in a wounded state most of the time until we dug out the other card. So that's the only thing with the mechanics. I feel like there's something missing there to prevent games from getting really long.
That like card that lets you cover with somebody else that we cannot be played. Like
so the shield, or not the shield, the save.
Save.
Yeah, so the save is basically a discard at that point when you're down to 1 character. So maybe if it had like an alternate ability on it that you could do, like maybe discard your entire hand to save your character, to ready him, like, and it will completely ready him up
or by discarding that lets you bring somebody back or something.
Yeah, or that save allows you to bring a character back by the same thing, discarding your whole hand. Now that though could probably extend the game though. So really it's something that once you get to that stalemate of 1 versus 1, something to get it going, right? So that's the only thing, something there maybe could help that. I don't know what it is because we're not game designers. Difficulty. How did you find the difficulty?
I don't think it was difficult.
No, I don't know if it was difficult. I think this is a good entry weight game into, I don't want to say like Magic and stuff like that. I don't think this would migrate over there, but it's got some of the same mechanics that you'd have to learn: healing, tapping, stuff like that. There's no extra difficulty with mana resources or things like that, like you have in most card games where you have to like build up your character at a certain point. So I feel like it is pretty easy to get into and play. Fun at 2? Well, it can only be played at 2.
Yeah.
Well, no, correction. There is the variant. If you get 2 boxes, you can play it up to 4. But at 2 players, I mean, it's a standard head-to-head beat 'em up type game. Maybe that's another benefit of the 3 to 4 player. You don't get stuck in that somebody being wounded like that.
Yeah.
Because the only limitation in a 3-4 player game is they can't attack twice in a row. You can't attack the same person twice in a row. So if I get attacked by you, then the next person can't attack me. They'd have to attack somebody else, but then the next person could attack me.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like a way for you to defend. It doesn't say you get any more cards though. That's the only thing. You don't get extra cards in that 3 to 4 player. So like if I had to spend my cards to defend against you, I attack, and then use my cards to defend against you. Yeah, that guy won't attack me.
So
When this guy attacks me, I have no cards.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more strategy though, but that does add more strategy to the higher player count.
Maybe.
Right? Last thing is the theme. This is, like I said, I feel like it's disjointed. I don't get a theme from this. I get the flavor text, and I understand that. But there's no story about these characters. So I don't know who these characters are, right? They don't have like a little blurb about them, right? And since the backs don't matter, like that'd be easy enough. Just put a story about each one of the characters on the back of the cards, because you never look at the back, right? The other thing is, I know nothing about these factions. Like
It does not describe what.
Yeah, in the rule book, it doesn't describe what these factions are. And to me, that's where that thematic should be, is these characters should all match each other. These guys looks like cyborg. Cool. I got that. They're all cyborgs. Makes sense. They're probably one of the best factions that matches,
Maybe.
right? So explain that. Say that, that this is the cyborg coalition, and that they play, like their play style, kind of mention something about their play style, kind of give a story about their group, their faction, and a little bit of how they play, right? Some play strategy. Because like these ones, I guess is supposed to be magic. He's a tactical virtuoso, which is like somebody who's good at, setting up fighting. He's a wild man, and then she's a witch. Like, it doesn't fit. Like yours is like an assassin, but then you got a cyborg, and then you got this guy who's like a kamikaze, right? And then mine, we already talked about, right? I got like this assassin. Then I got this guy that looks like Cloud if you got a haircut. That's a guy from Final Fantasy. He's got the sword buster. And then you got the general, right? So I don't know. And that might be something they can move them, change them around, maybe make it more thematic and a little bit more of a story. But otherwise, I thought we were clashing. I got that part. About you?
Nothing different, honestly. I like the mechanics, and I think the game is nice, but it would be nice to have a theme. More, I don't know how to say.
More presented. Presented, well,
yeah,
more prominent.
like you said, yeah.
Yeah, so that way it's more upfront. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I see where they're going. The art, does. I mean, the art within each card does fit. I mean, like, you got your cybernetic swords, and you got like even these guys with the duel. You got this one guy with a blaster, and that guy. So the art's great, and the theme in the art's great. But I don't feel a connection to my faction and why they are going to Rook's Point to get the magic and the power, right? So, but there we go, guys. That was our first impressions. That is Rook's Point. If the card game, the gameplay looks good to you, like I said, I think it's a $15 game. You can head on over to Kickstarter. Link is down below. You can back this, help this game become a reality. It's something we need, right? Small publishers need our help. So we definitely want to make sure that these small publishers can get their games created, because that way maybe more things like expansions and more types of games from the same creator can be created. With that said, guys, if you want to watch more gameplay, we're going to be having a busy week this week. Make sure they do what?
Subscribe, activate notifications, and all the YouTube stuff.
Oh, that YouTube stuff. Until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.